Can't hear anything. Good morning. Phone breaking up. But how you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling great. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
great.
know, I was sitting there thinking. I kept telling myself 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Then I realized I was like, hold on, she's in a different time zone than I am.
Right. Right. So it's 9 o'clock where you are, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And I was like, oh, okay. So he's an early riser.
No, I just so happened to be. I just so happened to be off today,
Oh, okay.
and so I'm doing like you. So I'm getting my coffee because I had to get the time. I'm trying to get out to my garage because that's where I like to sit and
Oh, we're losing you. You're breaking up. I can wait for you to get to your garage.
smoke out there.
Okay.
That's why I like that's why I like to sit out and smoke my cigars.
Yes. I'm normally outdoors.
So how's the weather out there?
You know what? For the past 2 days, it's been stormy and very rainy, but today and this weekend is going to be in the mid 80s, low humidity, perfect weather. I listen, when we finish this interview, I'm putting on my bathing suit and I'm going to the pool.
Oh, that's what's up. Well, we finish this interview. I'm coming back inside.
Yeah, you got to enjoy your day off. You got to get that 1 extra hour of sleep since it was your day off.
Yeah, I can't complain. Let me get this coffee started. Get the coffee started, and then I'll be ready to roll.
All right. Well, I'm so glad that you agreed to sit down for a quick little chat with me. I've been trying to get this whole I've been doing podcasts before, so I'm just picking it back up. So getting back into the swing of things, and smoking cigars has just taken me into a whole different realm that I didn't think I was going to be in. But I'm enjoying it, and I've had a Nola cigar, and it's funny because I was going to smoke my Nola Big Chief. I was going to smoke that this morning, and then I said, "Oh wait, that deserves to be smoked on the very first preseason game of my team." So I'm gonna smoke it tomorrow.
Okay, so are we talking about that? The Nola Cigar Crew cigar is from Richard.
Okay.
That's one of my friends. And so like how me and Richard got together, um Richard reached out to me,
Mm-hmm.
for the Nola Cigar Nola's Crew Cigar Fest.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, but it just so happened that before I met Richard, I didn't know about Nola Cigar Crew.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
when I adopted the name Nola Cigar, Nola Cigar Smoker, I had no clue that they already had that.
Mm-hmm.
But when I talked to him, I told him, I really didn't know I was being invited to these different to join these different social media clubs,
Mm-hmm.
and groups, but I didn't know. So he was like, "Man, don't worry about it." So it is where we still support each other because he knows that I'm not trying to take his customers or take anything from him. So it's like I should have adopted another name after I learned about him, but everybody that I know is cool with it. Everybody I know that is fine with it.
Right.
He's fine with it. So it fits because both of us are from New Orleans.
Right. Right. Now, you are responsible for, I think you and Kimberly put on an event this
That
this
was
year.
that was Richard. I
Oh, that
helped.
was Richard. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I helped.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, but I remember
go
you
ahead.
and Kimberly doing an Instagram live talking about it.
Yeah, that was well, what happened, we were supposed to that was we were supposed to be me and Rich was supposed to sit down to do the interview about the Nola Cigar Crew Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And so what happened, Richard got pulled in every different direction that particular night.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what, Kim? Come on, let's go. You getting out there because Kim at the time was with was doing something with with other cigars.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, Kim, since you got cigars, it don't make sense to let the night go to waste.
Mm-hmm.
You jump on here and let's talk about the cigars that you're selling.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how Kim and I, and then Kim, Kim and I, we're in the same organization outside of cigars. So Kim was like, all right, brother, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize you was gonna do this to me, but come on, let's go. So that's how that came about. So now she has her own brand. She's making moves and things of that nature. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I've been knowing Kim before we knew each other smoked cigars.
Wow. Wow. So how long have you been smoking cigars?
Ooh, I used to tell people 4 or 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started getting these memories on Facebook, these notifications saying you have a memory,
Mm-hmm.
and you see a memory from 8 years ago, and you're holding a cigar.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, okay, I thought it was just 5 years. I thought it was just, but then say good morning, say good morning.
Good morning. Oh God, you got chickens. Look, listen. Anyone that knows me knows I am scared to death of anything that has wings and can fly.
Oh, but see, they're very these ladies are very what you call it? They're very
Tame.
cordial. They're nice. They see they standing there. They don't.
Oh,
They just they wait for me to pick them up.
oh
They know I'm the
no.
man. They know I'm the man with the food, but
Oh,
they get that later.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They, they get that later.
So you're raising chickens. Like, do you use their eggs? You get the fresh eggs every morning.
Yeah, we get the egg. We get the eggs, and because of the climate we live in, it's it's sort of like okay for in case all the power things go out like that,
Mm-hmm.
we got eggs. We got something that we can survive off for a few days.
Right, because I mean, you got that is protein. I mean, eggs are so versatile. Hey, if I wasn't so scared of chicken,
Yeah.
I would have a whole farm. I would have a whole farm, cows, pigs, chickens, everything. But I'm scared of all the animals, so it wouldn't do good for me to have a farm.
Well, I'm working on. I want to get some goats, just to have. But hey, so I'm moving. I'm working on some goats, but this cigar thing takes up most of my time, so
So
we'll get
how
there.
involved are you in the cigar culture? I see your videos every day. This video is not for everybody, but it's for somebody. I look forward to those videos. And good evening. I look forward to it every day, every day. And if you don't post it, I'm like, I'm going to TikTok, and I'm like, wait, he wasn't on there
Yeah,
today.
yeah. My personal issue is I'm an only child,
Mm-hmm.
so getting being in the space with people I really don't know personally
Mm-hmm.
is something that's hard for me. So I may come to an event and sit in the corner, and then once I scope out the room, I'll open up. So my biggest issue with me is that I don't get out enough to the world. So
Mm-hmm.
I have people like Richard. I go to different cigar lounges, and I get invited to different events. But my answer most of the time is you can go smoke cigars in your yard. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's why, I'm trying to get into that process of saying, okay, bro, you got to get outside. People are inviting you places. People are saying, come on, I see you. And in order for you to grow, you have to accept some of these invitations.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, by the way, while I'm about to punch my cigar, I haven't met the guy yet, but I want to, and I don't know his name, but I want to send a shout out to Select Draw.
Oh,
This punch is off the chain, and that's another thing too. I it may not sit well with others, but I push black owned products.
yes.
That's a big plus for me. I whenever I come across one, I have to do that. And Select Draw, he created this. He has his patents and things on that, and he's a black guy that's doing something in the
Right.
cigar world. So I have to say, this, and plus this cigar tool is off the chain. So you
I
get good
I
smoke with
just interviewed his brand ambassador Wednesday. Miss
it.
Exquisite 25 on Instagram. She's the brand ambassador for Select Draws. And I can't wait to
Yeah,
have him. I'm gonna be interviewing him in the next couple of weeks.
yeah. And so, that's one of the things that I want to get back into is doing the live, because that's one of the things that um my girl was saying, come on, you got to do these lives. And then when I linked up with Richard from the Know the Cigar Crew, he was like, okay, bro, you do the live videos to promote the fest. And so, you hit a spot in your life where things stop and you don't move the way you usually do.
Mm-hmm.
I kept putting out content because I didn't want to get lost,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't put out I didn't do all the content that I wanted, like podcasts. Great True Life. He's one of the guys that like, man, you gonna do it. Guy named Sauce. He's another one that's saying, man, we still looking for you to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And so people like that pushing you say, okay, you come out your slump. Let's get a game plan together, and let's start doing these podcasts. So it's never too enough. We have to do more together as a culture, as a people, and support each other. So you having a podcast, and Rich having a podcast, and Ray having a podcast, all these things adds up to pushing the culture to a different level. So one more podcast won't help, I guess.
And you know what? I feel very honored that you did, decide to sit down and have a chat with me. And but you know what? I'm not an only child. I'm a twin. And being a
Okay.
twin is kind of sort of like being an only child. And I say it, the reason why I say it is this, because when you're a twin, they morph you together, and it's like you
Mhm.
can't, you don't have your own personality. Whenever you
Yeah.
see one, you see the other, and then they just morph together. That our names almost became one name. We always we tease each other. We'll say my sister's name is Angie. We call her Angie, and they call me Sandy. And we say everybody every time they see me, they say, "Oh, Angie Sandy," and I'm like, "Okay,
Mhm.
no, I'm Sandy. My sister's not here." And when they see her, they do
Mhm.
the reverse, Angie Sandy, and it's like we just needed to
Mhm.
become one person. So I am a shy person by nature, and when I started my podcast, which was I had an actual live radio show up at the Howard University on WHUR. I had a live radio show every Wednesday from 3 to 4. And that got me out of my shyness. I'd rather sit behind the camera and interview
Yeah.
rather than be at events. And my first major cigar event was a couple of weeks ago. I went to DC area, had a DMV Super Her. And it was funny. The cigar culture is like no other. I've never, and I'm in different military organizations. I've
Yeah.
never been in an organization that it is so large but so small at the same time. I went to
Exactly.
this super her and it was hundreds of people. And I sat in a little corner by myself. And within 10 minutes, some ladies came up to me. Why are you sitting over here by yourself? Come to the table with us. And they just like every day. It was like, oh my God, this is like amazing. It's amazing. They make you feel so wanted, like that you
Yeah,
should be there.
exactly. And to how you saying it's so large, but it's so small because it's almost like the country with their own individual states and their own individual cities, because this is a crew, and it's not that they're acting funny, is that these are guys, these are women who hang together on a regular basis and they go everywhere. But to what you're saying, to add, that's how it, when they get together to go somewhere else, they end up becoming part of your crew and you end up becoming part of their crew. We had some people from New Jersey that came to the Nola Cigar Crew Fest. And I was like, I don't know them people. But then after hanging out just for 2 days, we all became like friends. We all, it's like I missed one day. It was like, man, where he at? Rich missed one day for personal reasons, and it was like, man, tell Rich we looking for him, and it was like, tell such and such we looking for him, and it's like we became family. And so that's one of those things where a true, and I'm saying this with all disrespect, a true cigar smoker cares nothing about who you are or what you are.
Mm-hmm,
We care about the culture. We care
mm-hmm,
about the love. So if you want to talk politics, we don't care about that. We smoking good cigars. You want to talk in some negative stuff, we doggone sure don't care about that.
mm-hmm,
We smoke cigars. And that's what I love about this culture, is that the most of us can put that foolishness to the side
mm-hmm.
to enjoy a good cigar at
Yes,
the end of the day and
yes,
enjoy that. And Dallas Cowboy fan. I don't like Dallas to save my life. That's I'm from New Orleans. But guess what? We're smoking cigars. So
yes.
I'm gonna deal with the Dallas Cowboys shirt. That's how we, that's,
Right.
49ers not, 49ers now might have to block you or something, but okay, I'm gonna let you slide on this. But
Listen,
that's what I love about this culture.
exactly. And I'm the same way. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, and yet I have a friend who smokes cigars, and he's a Washington. See, I joke so much about it. I was going to say Commodores, but they're the Commanders now, I think.
Yeah,
He's a Washington
they should
fan,
know better.
and we can rib each other, and whenever we get together, we make sure we have on our gear, but then we always
Mhm.
trade cigars because it's like it's that's the one place that it doesn't matter what your team is, as long as you got a cigar in your hand, it it makes everything okay.
Exactly, and we also understand when we cross those people that are just there to smoke cigars, the
Mm-hmm.
ones who want to push the issue, the ones who are ready to fight. We also understand, man, let's leave him alone and let's go do our thing, because we're not here for foolishness. That's another thing that, like I say, true cigar smokers, we're here for the experience. We're here for the smoke. We're not here for the foolishness. So we, like you say, we can rib, we can talk about each other's team, we can talk politics, we can talk all this other stuff. But when you bring ignorance and foolishness to the table, we know how to exit out that conversation and move on, and like, okay, old boy tripping over there, old girl got something going on with herself. Come on,
Right.
man, let's go over here and talk. And that's what I, like I said, that's what I love about the culture. True cigar smokers. We're not worried about being called aficionados. We're not worried about being called connoisseurs. We're not worried about any of that. All we worried about is what cigar we smoking a day. What's the flavor profile? What am I pairing with that cigar? Whether it be coffee, brandy, whiskey. I do cognac most of the time. That's what we care about, and
Right,
enjoying our time.
right,
And I
right.
love it.
And that is one of the reasons why I try to talk to a wide range of people in the cigar culture, because I've only been smoking for a year. However, I've been around cigars my entire life. I
Mhm.
would go to my local cigar lounge. I know at least probably about 10 years ago, just to sit in the lounge. I wasn't smoking a cigar. I would go in just because I
Mhm.
love cigars. No one ever really taught me how to smoke a cigar until last year. And I would go in. I loved the smell of cigars. When I got COVID, I lost my sense of smell, so I never got that back. So half the cigars I smoke, I have to rely on other people telling me what they smell like. I can
Yeah,
taste it, but I can't smell it. Um, but it's
yeah,
like having a cigar to me is like sitting on the beach every single day and doing nothing but listening to the waves and enjoying that cigar. That because now I'm retired, I smoke a
yeah.
cigar at least 3 to 4 times a day because I'm retired. I can do it in the morning with my lunch, with my dinner, in the evening. If I go out, I'm gonna have another one. Um, so for me, it's like such a relaxation that I look forward to having a cigar.
You say smoke 3, 4 times a day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a shameless plug. Go to my Instagram or my TikTok, and you'll see some videos, at least 5 videos. You have to look through them on budget friendly cigars.
Hmm.
Because if you try to smoke 5 times a day like she is, and you don't have the money, 250, $3 cigars, you can go to a good cigar lounge and get you 10 cigars. But let me see, five, three. Yeah, you can get you a good 10 cigars for 20, 30, $20.
What?
So if you want to be, I'm a once or twice a day smoker. 3 times depends on how early I smoke.
Hmm.
Like today might be a 3 or 2. I know it's gonna be a 2 because it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Hmm.
But I usually, it's 9 o'clock, so that makes I know I'm going to smoke again. But if you smoking on a budget, I have like 4 or 5 videos telling you about budget friendly cigars. The new Cuba. I have oh, man. Let me see the Casiano. I got to do another video on that one because I didn't have the perfect information. The Casa de Garcia,
Hmm.
the Florida Dominican, like not the LFD, but I forget the name of it. Flor D something. Oliva, that's what it is. The Flor de Oliva. These cigars come in under $3 a stick. So if you get into smoking and you're trying to find your flavor profile, but you don't want to spend $20 on a stick,
Hmm.
go get your $3 stick and try picking up those flavors. The new Cuba, the new Cubas, they're good. The Cascasiano, those are good. So for flavor profile and saving your money, that's a good stick to get.
Oh,
But if
I'm
you want to smoke that five, 5 times a day. Yeah, I'm gonna need to go to get these budget friendly cigars because smoking these good cigars $10 to $15. I can't do that.
Yeah, and
That's a
but you know what?
budget, huh?
Every time I go into a humidor, I always try to, when I go away or out of town or whatever, I always go find a cigar shop and I try to go. I always say I'm only gonna get 2 or 3, and I always come up out of there with like 10 or 11. I'm like, what am
Mhm.
I doing? Like
Exactly.
right now I don't have a humidor in my house, so I only have the travel humidor. So I have a 20 count humidor and two 5 count humidors. So right now those are full, and I still have, let me look. I still let me tell you, when I went to the DMV Super Her, I got all of these cigars. Like I have all of these
Hmm.
cigars right now. And right now, as what is it? 5, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22. 22 cigars that I don't even have in cases yet because there's no
So
room
you,
for them yet.
so
So
you gotta smoke them.
so at
Gotta
any given
smoke them.
time, how many cigars do you have on hand?
Oh, me? Oh, I don't have a. Oh, let me see. I have a 50 count. That's why I keep my premium cigars, the ones that I let age. So that's 50. I have 101. I have 25, 20. I have over maybe 300, 400 cigars on hand.
Now, let me ask you. So, when you have that many, will you ever get a chance to smoke all of those? Like, like if
Well,
you never bought another cigar, would you be able to smoke all of those cigars?
oh yeah, because that's the reason behind it. I have some of Sassy Soul cigars because I'm working on getting into selling cigars, putting out. Like I said, I support black businesses, so I want in the area that I have, I want to have some cigars from black businesses, so I can say, okay, here's my cigar. Here's regular cigars like the the LFDs and name brand cigars, and
Mm-hmm.
here's my black cigars. And so because like I said, because I support black owned so much, I have some of her cigars. I have some of Rick's cigars. I have to get some more Ray cigars. So when I go out, but I I I have to have, it's just me. So when I buy. So when you get to that, when you get past that budget friendly stage and you can't afford cigars,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it is. I'm a cigar prepper.
Okay.
And that's my phrase. Don't nobody take that phrase. That's my phrase.
That's your
That's my
phrase. I'm
phrase.
gonna give you credit for it. I'm gonna even put that in the description. He is a cigar prepper. His phrase.
Yeah, I'm a cigar prepper because I went through a time where I kid you not, I have a desk, an end table that I have to get fixed. That holds 300 cigars. At one point, I had in an apartment, just living in a one bedroom apartment, I had from 500 to 700 and some cigars. And I was because I was just buying them. I was just buying them, and I hit a point where I lost my job and I wasn't working,
Mm-hmm.
and those 700 cigars would dwindle down quickly over the time to damn, you just have 100 cigars. What are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
So when I buy like some cigars, so say if you had a cigar, I would buy your cigar. I would get at least two.
Mm-hmm.
One I'm going to put up the age. One I'm going to put up the smoke. But if
Oh.
ever the power go out or whenever money is no good and you
Mm-hmm.
can't get to cigars, I have that collection to go back to sustain me until things get back normal. When Katrina hit, I mean not Katrina, when the COVID hit
Right.
and the cigar shops went down, I was stacked. I was stacked. So I didn't have to go to I didn't have to go and try to when I didn't have to go get cigars right away or
Mm-hmm.
have to struggle until a lounge opened. I had so many that okay, I can sustain to now, and so that's why I say I'm a yeah I'm a prepper because I'm prepping for when hurricane season come. I'm prepping. I keep I keep at least 5 cigars in my vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I keep a lighter in my vehicle. I keep a cut. Let me say, every place that I frequent,
Mm-hmm.
I have a cutter and lighter in that location.
Okay.
I have so I forgot my cutter. I'm by my mama's house. No, I got one in there on the dresser. I'm by a friend's house. Everywhere I frequent, I keep a cutter and lighter in that location. So if I ever forget one, so that's what I mean by I'm a prepper. So if I gotta get on the road right quick and go, I got cigars and I got all the tools that I need.
And you got eggs, so cigars and eggs. So you set. you
Yeah, you talking. One of them just snuck me tail in this garage, but that's all right. Let him
I gotta be a
slide.
prepper. I feel like you have showed me that I need to start to prepare as well.
If
Because
you
I
went
get
through,
them and I'm just like, oh, I got to smoke this one and that one and this one and that one. It's not like I just do it willy nilly. Like I have a method. So like tomorrow, since preseason is starting, like I have a whole lineup of football cigars that I'm going to be smoking. So
yeah,
I'm the brand ambassador. Oh, I don't know if you know, I'm brand ambassador for Sassy Soul. So I
mm-hmm,
always have to have hers because those
mm-hmm,
cigars, her entire line. is a great football lineup for me. So
especially that little lady firecracker she had.
yes.
That bad boy smokes. That's and like I say, that's my sister. From OES, and so like I said, I push her because, and she pushes me. I think that's another reason why we go hard. So I understand. That's my girl.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I love her to death. Love her to death. But you know what? I'm gonna let you enjoy your day off, and I'm
Oh,
just
just
glad.
tell me the time and tell me how much time we got left. Because at the end of the day, when I get to know you or when I get to talking, I can talk. So I'm up. You see how much cigar I
Yeah,
have.
I see. I
So
see. I see.
yes. So I'm gonna be up. I'm gonna be up until I finish this bad boy. Hopefully it don't rain again, so I can try to get in this yard because it's
Hmm.
been raining every day. But since if I got a little time, uh, let's we have NOLA Cigar Festival with Rich. That's coming up. We're making plans already for the beginning. I can't tell you the exact date because I can't remember all the time.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
know coming 2023, the beginning of the year,
Okay.
that we're gonna be doing that festival again. We had a nice time for the first one. Um, this month that Kim, well, I'm gonna try to say their name, Sassy Soul, because I know them personally. I've been saying their name. People like,
Right.
who are they?
Right.
Sassy Soul, Sassy Soul, and Nola Cigar Crew. They're doing event at a local place called Soleil in New Orleans. I
Hmm.
know Sassy Soul, she hangs out at Dine Wine in Baton Rouge. We got to link up. I got to link up with her.
Okay.
So check them out. Check out Ray True Life. He has a nice stick out there called Signature. That's one of the guys that pushed me out there. Chevalier Critiques. He does personalized humidor. So if you want to get a picture of something, put on a humidor.
Oh, okay.
He's one Stoogie Strong up north. He hand rolls his cigars. And if I forget you, forget somebody's name is because I can't tell her Hips and Hill cigars. It's like I want to name everybody that support me, but in
Right.
the moment I can't think of everybody's
Exactly. It's like
name.
that Academy
But
Award speech. You
yeah,
know what you want to say, but it's just not coming. All of the names aren't there.
yeah.
And then you go and sit there and be like, oh, I forgot that name.
Yeah, so I don't want people to think that, oh, he didn't say my name, or he
Right.
did. Elite Cigars. He's a brother. So he's a brother. He's been wonderful. um Talking Sticks, he changed his name, so I can't remember what he changed it to, but he was just on last night. Cigar Connection, a Connection Cigars, something like that. He
Uh-huh.
was on last night. He's one of the guys that, man, Blunt, we got to sit down, we got to make moves together. So uh Lipsticks and Stains, I haven't had a chance to sit down and run with her, but all these people, and believe it or not, I've never met half of these people except for Ray.
Wow.
And Ray, Nola Cigar Crew, and Sassy Soul. Those people I know, but
Mm-hmm.
all these people support me, and I haven't really met them.
Right.
And so that's what I like about the culture. And so that's why I feel like I have to pay homage. There's another guy who does concierge of the finer things.
Mm-hmm.
He reached out to me and said, "Man, look, I'm gonna send you a shirt." And I'm sitting there looking like, what did I do to get a shirt?
Right. Right.
So just like you, when you reached out and said you want to do an interview, I was like, these people know me. I see him on Instagram. I see him, you know, mail call.
Right.
I have my coffee. So it's like I see these people and
Right.
I'm seeing them. And for them to reach out and say, "Hey, I want to talk to you," I'm still lost and like, damn. But then also I take it as, bro, you got to get on your game and start moving. So the people that you see hold the people that see you hold weight. So you have to be somewhere in your career, in this lifestyle where you need to start holding weight and
Mhm.
stop downplaying who you are and what you bring to the table. So
Exactly.
I appreciate you guys hanging out, and that's why I got to give y'all shots out because Besides my girl, y'all are the only people that say you're doing a good job. So that means a lot to me. So another thing, Nola cigars, keep an eye out for that. Like you say, this is not for everybody, but it's for somebody.
It is.
That's just me having fun. That's just me having fun with crazy stuff and adding cigars to it. I'm trying to put out more educational content
Mm-hmm.
about cigar sizes, cigar brands. Like I say, I'm doing a budget friendly. I have maybe two or three more on the budget friendly side of videos. I do the 30-second videos. I don't do the YouTube yet because I want to get your attention,
Right.
because I don't want to sit there and talk 8 minutes about one cigar and it's 250. And that's the point I want to put out, is that
Right.
the cigar is $2.50. It smokes good. Go try it. And then I can put out another video longer, giving more details.
Mm-hmm.
After that series, I'm going to the $5 to $10 series. So that way, whatever you smoke now, I may not make it to the 25 and up series,
Right. Right.
but that way, new smokers coming in can say, "Man, I want to get into smoking cigars, but I don't want to spend $20. Well, what you want to spend? Five,
Right.
10?
Right.
I got cigars in this lineup that can get you where you go." And when you was talking, and off of that, when you was talking about you have cigars lined up for football,
Mm-hmm.
I I literally touch all my cigars before I smoke,
Mm-hmm.
but before I get one. So I would go in my humidor and I would pick this one up and pick all of them up, and I look for that pick me, and then
Right.
that's how I go about smoking my cigars, because I just don't want to smoke anything. Now I do
And that's
have
the thing. When I said, oh, Friday is Denver and Dallas, and I said I went to my humidor, I laid them all out, and I was like, okay, so which ones look like it's gonna be good for game day? And
yeah,
it was like it was like my hands knew where to go. I had no idea what I was gonna
exactly,
pick, and then when I got all of them in, I was like, wow, this is the lineup I have. But I was like, nope, I'm gonna go with it because
yeah,
clearly they told me I'm the
to
one
pick
you
me.
need for the first
Ex-
preseason game.
exactly,
I don't know. Look,
exactly.
and most of them are strong, so I don't know if that's an indication on what this game gonna be like. So
Yeah, the only time I don't is don't I don't take my time is like on mornings that I'm off and I know like it's gonna be a long day.
right,
I will get I will pick up something right then and there, one of those $5 or less cigars,